Hey, it's DC here with dclayborn.com. Thanks for checking out today's episode of DC Speaks on Genesis Strength TV. Before I get cranking on answering the question that was submitted today from Josh in London, I wanted to let you guys know, thank you for all the YouTube messages that you have been sending. But I'm kind of going to call you out. I've gotten a ton of questions, but I haven't gotten a single video question submitted yet. So I really want to see some video questions submitted just to kind of change things up. So what I'm willing to do is, for the first 3 people that actually submit a video question to me through that YouTube channel, I'll mail you out a Genesis shirt for free. This is the shirt that everybody gets at the facility. We don't even really sell them. Basic logo on the front. In the back it just reads, "In the beginning God created Genesis and the athletes became better." So if you want a shirt for free, courtesy of me, I will send one out. All you have to do is be one of the first 3 to send me a video question so I can answer it on the DC Speaks segment. Getting on to the question today. Like I said, it was submitted from Josh in London. It's a pretty long question, so I'll kind of shorten it up. But basically he says he's a 19-year-old rugby athlete playing at one of the top athletic universities. Unfortunately, he doesn't think the strength training program over there is done very well, and isn't as beneficial for him compared to kind of what he's learned. He says through my videos, DeFranco's videos, and some other guys. Currently, he's 5'11", 190 pounds, with some huge lifts of 418-pound squat and a 275-pound max bench. He's been losing weight, really wanted to lean up so he can increase his speed and play a different position, and be more effective and competitive in rugby sevens. Now that he is actually at the university level, they want him to play prop, just because he was really good at it, and they are in short supply and need that position filled at his school. So his basic question is, I need to put on about 20 pounds of muscle, but I don't want to go back to being fat or lose the speed that I've worked so hard lately to achieve. Do you have any advice about how to optimize my lean muscle gains so I can switch my position? Many thanks, Josh from London. Josh, first off, just wanted to say thank you for submitting your question today, and let's get cracking. Your main thing is you want to make sure that while putting on weight, you're putting on not just good weight, but you're also wanting to make sure that you continue to stay athletic and fast and not lose that speed that you had basically worked so hard to achieve. There's a few different things we're going to crack at it from 2 different sides. One is going to be the nutrition side, what to eat, when to eat it, how much, kind of some of the few reasons behind it, and then basically we'll kind of go into the training side to make sure that the muscle you do put on, or just the weight that you do put on, is just muscle and is going to help you stay athletic and actually may even make you faster and a better rugby player. So nutrition side, you didn't really say what you were doing currently or what you had done to lose the fat that you had accumulated previously, to strip down to the weight so you could play those outside positions. So I'm just going to kind of lay out the basics. When looking to put on quality size that's going to actually make sure that you continue to develop as an athlete and get better, you really want to focus on a couple different things. One, you want to get lean, high quality protein. High quality protein. That's going to basically come from your things as beef, chicken, fish, turkey, other red meats, other wild game, buffalo, bison, stuff like that, deer. Just a good protein source that's quality. By quality, I mean minimally processed. I don't want, if you're going after a cut of beef or ground beef, don't get the packaged tube stuff. If you can get organic, if you can get grass-fed, if you're looking for a chicken, you want to find free range, pork, just stuff like that. You want to make sure that it really falls back on this quality part, to where what you're putting into your body don't just look at it as protein, but also is it the highest quality protein? On top of just the meats, we want to roll, you can go a protein supplement. Again, we want to use something that's basically natural. Pure protein, a good whey protein is perfectly fine. It's exactly what you need. Don't worry about weight gainers or what the guy at the supplement store tells you to take that's the newest thing out. A basic whey protein isolate or whey protein concentrate with just a minimal flavoring is going to be perfect for you. And then that's it for the protein side. You can also trickle over into dairy, things like cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, stuff like that. But so many people have allergies with those things that I like to actually try to get back on the putting on size and cleaning up the diet to make sure what we put on is muscle as much as possible. And then if we hit a plateau by just eating these things, then we can introduce something like dairy in there to kind of boost back up and keep the body gaining. Second thing is you're going to want some good clean carbs. Carbohydrates, you want to take them the bulk around any of your training, before or after. Try not to take them the rest of the day. By taking the carbohydrates around your workout times, training times, practice times, before and after, that's going to minimize the chances that they are going to convert and actually be stored as fat. So, really hammer that within, I'd say, a 4-hour window, 2 on each side, or even 6-hour window, 3 on each side, depending on how lean you are right now, in terms of good quality carbohydrates. And so you really want to concentrate on things like potatoes, veggies, fruit, sweet potatoes, rice, things like that. Really try to cut a lot of the wheat products out of what you would consume. A short list of some quality carbohydrates that you really need to make sure in your diet would be all potato variations. Sounded like it's an exercise. Potato variations. Rice. Fruits. Veggies. Basically anything, beans, excuse me. Basically anything that you can buy whole or sold whole that isn't processed or you're not getting out of a box. And then finally, the healthy fats. Keyword being healthy is you want stuff like nuts, nut butters, almond butter, cashew butter, walnut butter, occasionally peanut butter, oils. The 3 biggest that I recommend: olive, coconut, and fish. And those are really and then your fats that you would get actually from your protein, like beef. That fat's perfectly fine as well. Now you kind of have a basic list of fats, carbs, and protein. When do you want to, you know when to eat your carbs? Protein, eat it every time you eat a meal. You want some protein and some sort of healthy fat in your meal. Carbs, like I said, you want to keep them within that window, 2 to 3 hours before you train, 2 to 3 hours after you train. There's a lot of variations out there. That's just the simplest one that our athletes are able to follow. The only exception to that is going to be veggies. You can have those anytime. Any meal, try to actually have some with every meal that you eat that day. When and how much? You know the when, how much of each. Sorry, you're in London, you're going to have to do some more converting into pounds. The simplest ratio that I found is I like to call the 50, 100, 200 rule. So, what's that mean? The 50 is you want to take your body weight, or the body weight that you want to achieve. So, you said you wanted to get up to 210, add that 20 pounds, 210. Let's take 210 pounds as the example. 210 pounds. You want to take 50% of that, or divide it by 50. It gives you 105. That's the amount of grams of fat you want to consume per day. So what is the 100? The 100 is you want to take the 210, because that's the estimated weight, or the weight that you want to be. You want to get 100% protein, basically a 1-to-1 ratio, basically 1 gram of protein per every pound of body weight. So a day, so 210 grams of protein. And then finally carbs, we have one number left, it's the 200. So you want to take your body weight that you want to be, multiply it by 200, and that's going to be the amount of carbs you should eat each day as a good starting point. 210, put 420 grams of carbs. If you haven't learned, I have horrible handwriting. I apologize. And again, the 420 carbs is a starting point. If you start with this and break this up and consume these each day, and notice that you are getting a little puffy and putting on some weight that you aren't comfortable with, then start trimming back the carbs. Cut out 20, 25, 30 carbs a day until you find that good middle point where the gains may not be as rapid, but also all the gains that you're putting on, you're maximizing the muscle and minimizing the amount of fat. So Josh, I hope that helped. That's going to be part 1, the nutrition side of the most simple way to build muscle. I didn't even get into stuff like post-workout shakes and pre-workout stuff like that, or bedtime or actual meal timing, because we could talk for hours about that. Stay tuned and check back. Next one, I'm going to get into the second part, the training side, to make sure that the weight you do put on is muscle, and not just muscle, but muscle that's going to carry it over to make you a better rugby player. I appreciate you again submitting the question. I look forward to getting flooded with lots of video questions from you guys, so I can get some shirts out to you, and I'll catch you on the flip side.